December 9th, 2025. National Aviation Weather Briefing. Today's nationwide weather is being shaped by a broad upper-level trough, pushing east in a series of surface frontal boundaries, drifting slowly across the southeast toward the mid-Atlantic. Two main operational themes emerge. Persistent gusty winds with elevated turbulence potential across coastal corridors, mountain passes, and lee-side plains, and isolated low-topped convection mainly near coastal or Gulf influence zones. For planning, expect mixing-driven winds to be the primary hazard rather than widespread thunderstorms, but localized convective bursts could still produce momentary wind or ceiling disruptions. In Florida and the deep south coastal zones, a stationary to slowly advancing front is producing a northerly wind surge that continues to push low-level moisture offshore. Coastal airports may see MVFR ceilings and scattered showers through sunrise, especially over marine-influenced terminals, but inland fields are likely to remain VFR as drier air filters in. Offshore wind gusts remain elevated, raising wave height and complicating ferry or small aircraft ops over the Gulf. As stability gradually returns in the late morning, expect ceilings to slowly lift, but residual marine clouds and coastal showers could linger into the afternoon near the beaches. Further up the southeast and into the E85 corridor, a modest surface trough tapping low-level moisture feeds scattered. Shallow convection through midday. Instability is weak and storm tops remain low, but localized downdrafts or gusty outflow near stronger cells could momentarily disrupt ground operations. Ceilings near coastal terminals may dip briefly into MVFR, then slowly recover by late morning, as wind fields shift and dry air intrudes. These conditions warrant active wind and gust briefings for coastal and nearshore airports, while inland airports see mostly VFR with some wind variability. The central U.S. and Great Lakes region are under zonal to slightly amplifying mid-level flow, with sporadic wind aloft maxima mixing down this afternoon as surface heating ramps up. That mixing could result in occasional gusty surface winds and increased turbulence risk on climb and descent phases. While convective activity appears limited across the plains and Midwest, isolated gust fronts cannot be entirely ruled out near any developing shower or weak thunderstorm cluster. As a result, crosswind challenges and turbulence are likely to affect traffic flows and runway utilization, though widespread delays remain unlikely. In the Rockies and Intermountain West, west to northwest flow behind the upper trough is promoting mechanical turbulence and mountain wave activity, especially across downslope routes and passes. Pilots routing through passes or mountain-adjacent airspace should anticipate moderate to severe mountain waves and possible localized rotor zones. Airports like Denver, adjacent to terrain, may see gusty southwest to northwest surface winds, potential wind shear and strong crosswind components on approaches and departures, especially on exposed runways. On the west coast, a reinforcing onshore push is keeping marine layer clouds hugging the coast, while gradient-driven gusts develop around coastal gaps and headlands. Coastal terminals will likely see scattered low stratus or marine clouds through much of the morning and again toward evening. Inland valleys remain drier, with VF conditions prevailing. However, approach paths near the coast could face low-level wind shear or gusty winds, particularly on directional runways aligned with the gradient. In the Pacific Northwest, Steady onshore flow is boosting low-level moisture and localized stratus over coastal and sound-adjacent terrain. Ceiling variability near Puget Sound and terrain-influenced approaches may affect scheduling through the morning hours. In summary, today's operational concerns center on wind and turbulence for coastal and mountainous routings, intermittent low ceilings and coastal showers from Florida up the Atlantic seaboard, and gust-driven turbulence or crosswinds across the central U.S. mountain wave turbulence and downslope gusts add complexity to western terrain routes. While scattered coastal stratus can impact coastal approaches in California and the Pacific Northwest, convection is marginal and isolated, not widespread, but any brief gusty outflow warrants awareness for de-icing, gate ops, or pushback operations. Expect shorter downtown turn times to be challenged where ceilings and crosswinds are forecast.